Back to this tutorial. In the previous section, we look at how to plot or make basic plots from dataframe using the matplotlib library. But in this section, I want us to look at how we can do that with seaborn. Seaborn is a specialized library that is based on matplotlib, only that its plots are more attractive and provides very useful statistical visualization for your data. And that is why I want us to learn this, because you will love it. It's going to be very useful in producing those nice plots that goes into a data analytics report or any project that you work on. So if you install Conda the way, or you install Python the way we described in the very first video, then you don't need to worry about installing seaborn. Or if you will previously install it in your computer in any environment and it's available, you don't need to install it. But if you think that you don't have seaborn, then you can copy this command and just run it here. It's gonna install seaborn. If I run it, probably it will tell me that it already exists, so there's no need to reinstall it. So it's gonna try to reinstall it, but I think it's already exists, so it has told me that the package already exists, so I don't need to reinstall it. However, if you might need it, then chances are that you just copy this on your command line or on your cell, and it will be installed, so you don't need to worry about that. Now we are going to use the previous data set in the previous video. For those who didn't watch that video, I'm gonna just read that data set again. So first of all, let's import pandas as pd, and then import seaborn just the normal way, except import seaborn as sns, and then let's import our data frame, our data set, which is in CSV. So .pd read. If you don't know how to do this, watch the first video of this data science series. The name of the data set is traffic.csv. I've also attached the link to the file, so you don't need to worry about whether it's available or not. Check on the comment section, you're gonna see the file. And then I'm gonna read the first 5 lines of the data set. So the first plot that I want us to generate in Scatterplot or using seaborn is Scatterplot. So let me just create another heading for that. So that's gonna be our first plot for this series, and I'll try to explain when and why you could be using each of these types of plots that we're gonna discuss in this set of series. So scatterplots are very useful if the data is not clearly related. It allows you to see if there's some relation in some way. This might be correlation, and in most cases, as an analyst or as a data scientist, you might be required, or you will use scatter. You'll find them more useful when you want to observe or show relationship between two numerical variables. So when I say variables, I basically mean the features or columns. So if I want to show the relationship between the total amount and the speed, then the best thing is to draw a scatter plot for both total amount and speed in the same plot. I can also show if there's any kind of relationship between the age of the person or the driver and the speed at which they're driving. So if there's that relationship, then it might be negative relationship or positive relationship, but that is not the interest of this video. This video is just to demonstrate how you can plot a scatter plot. So seaborn allows you to do that by simply using a single line of code. So we're going to use the SNS, which is the seaborn, and then call the function scatterplot, and then this accept the x. So in our case, the x, I want us to relate the age of this person or the driver and the speed at which they were traveling when the offense was recorded. So I'm going to have the x as the age, and then my y is going to be the speed, and the data set is the name of your data frame. So specify data equal to the name of the data frame, which you give it as df, and this will allows you to see the relationship by simply writing this line of code. You realize that our graph doesn't look nice We can add more things like the hue. Let's make the hue the day, so that we relate this by day. The aim is to show as much information as possible to your audience. So you can see the day is Monday. So each of blue dots here represents the data points for Monday. Same goes for it represents the data points for Saturday. Same goes for Monday with orange, Friday green, until Tuesday. We can also add something more. Let's size them using gender, which is one of our column here. So this now tells you more. It tells you that the big ones are the females, and then the small ones are the males, and then each of them is grouped by the day. So within this plot, you have got 3 sets of information that you can get. You can know how many people generally are female and how many are male who have committed the offense, and by which day are more offenses committed, and therefore also have the relationship. You can also specify the color by palette, and I want us to use this option of Prism. You can Google what are the color options for seaborn. I think I have got a file that I can share. So I googled this. These are some of the options. You can take a screenshot or just Google seaborn color maps and you take the option. So in my case, I've selected Prism to represent that. So that is to do with the color options for seaborn. So that is to do with Scatterplots. So if you have any questions about this, please leave a comment on the comment section, and I will try to answer it. But generally, Scatterplots are very, very useful, especially at the preliminary stage or the exploration part of your data when you are working on a project. So you want to just know which columns are more related, and therefore it can go into explaining why things are happening. For example, you might find that the driving experience is very much related to the age, in that maybe the license is given at age of 18. So chances are that somebody who is 30 has got more driving experience compared to somebody who is 25, because the earliest they can get their license is 21. But the person at 30 also got at 21, but already is 30 years old. So those kind of analysis or preliminary analysis will help you to reduce the dimensionality of your data and start deriving relations. And this is very, very important when we come to the second section of this tutorial, which will involve making predictions, classifications, and then applying the machine learning algorithms. So if you have any question, leave it in the comment section. I will endeavor to answer your question. As is the custom, please make sure that you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Until next time, bye bye.